Hey guys, this is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. Hey, today we're going to talk about my favorite subject, which is sales. All right, we got a great subject for ourselves today. It's really important, and it's kind of something that'll probably hit you right between the eyes if you're a salesperson. Our subject for today is amazing selling, dealing with customers who get cold feet and cancel their sale. Okay. You mean customers cancel their sales and they get cold feet? Yeah, they do. And I just had one happen to me the other day, and it kind of blew me away. And I thought, you know what, that would be a pretty good subject to talk about because we work on commission. That's what we do. We're salespeople, and we got to sell stuff. And when we sell stuff, we get kind of excited, and we talk about how great we are, blah-diddy-blah. And people say, oh, you're the greatest thing in the world. Well, you know what? In reality, it's a numbers game. We deal with situations that happen to us all the time. And sometimes people do get cold feet. Have you ever gotten cold feet when you bought something? Have you ever decided to cancel something that you bought because you actually thought about it and you said, damn, I don't think I can afford it, or maybe it just doesn't fit my budget or whatever. So why are we upset about it? Well, if you are a person who's got that what we call salesman's breath, that means you're kind of desperate, and that means you're probably behind. You need to make a sale, you got bills to pay, and you're a little frustrated because you just lost a sale. You know, but if you're just a regular Joe like me, you know, the person that canceled the sale, they were really nice people. There wasn't nothing wrong with these people, but you know what? I guess they made a decision to cancel the sale. They got cold feet, and I understand that. But see, it's how we deal with it that makes all the difference in the world. So what I do is I always text my customers if they cancel a sale and tell them thank you for giving me the time of day, because they're important and they matter. And if you treat customers disrespectfully, or if you get a bad attitude towards them, you may lose your opportunity to sell them something in the future. But if you send them a text and you tell them how important they are and that you appreciate them, that they gave you the time of day, you know, it doesn't mean it doesn't feel good. It kind of hurts because, you know, I lost some money. And I've lost money before because, like I said, customers sometimes get cold feet and they cancel their sales. And it sucks. It really does. And I ain't gonna lie. I told you, my name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. And the thing is, I'm gonna tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and even the things that suck. It's really important because you need to know the truth. And most people don't talk about this subject about people getting cold feet. Now, I ain't saying that if you get cold feet, if people get cold feet, that it should happen all the time. If you're selling above board and you're selling correctly, you won't have a tremendous amount of these. But remember, it's a numbers game, and clients do sometimes get cold feet and cancel the sale. I didn't say it didn't hurt, because it really did. Because, you know, I like to make money, and I like to make sure all my customers are happy. But in reality, you can't satisfy everybody. People get cold feet for a number of reasons. Maybe their significant other said no. Maybe they crunched the numbers and it didn't fit in their budget. Maybe the customer had somebody say something bad, or had somebody tell them, oh, you didn't check out them before you. I couldn't find anything online about them, blah, blah. They got all kinds of excuses. You know, I hate that old saying where people say that buyers are liars. But you know what? I don't believe that. I think buyers can be just like me and you. They can change their mind, and it happens all the time. And I'm being sincere. Listen, if you are a good salesperson, and I know you are, you're going to have to deal with realities. You know, sales is a great opportunity for you to make a tremendous amount of money. But remember, guys, it's a numbers game, and customers do get cold feet. You know, our subject for today is how to deal with people who cancel orders, or cancel sales, or cancel, you know, they just canceled our ass. They just told us they didn't want it. But see, again, remember, it's how you deal with it. It's psychological. It can mess with your head. You know, at first, you know, when I got this, I hadn't had one in a long time. And it kind of got me a little frustrated and a little hurt. And then I had a great manager remind me, he's like, Harry, you know what? You tell all these people all this great stuff. You need to take your own advice. So I'm taking my own advice, and I'm just, like I said, I send out these texts, and when people cancel, their sales, it's not personal. It's like people have a choice, and you know what? I have a choice too. And you got to ask yourself, have you ever canceled something? Yes, I have. Have you ever bought something that you wish you wouldn't have bought? Yes, I have. So here's the reality. Customers matter, and we do too. We just have to remember it's a numbers game, and unfortunately, some of those numbers don't crunch. And, how you take care of your business and how you treat people. If you have a customer who cancels the service on you, don't get mad. Either give them a call, send them an email, send them a text, and tell them how much you appreciated the time that you had to spend together. They ain't used to that, because most salespeople, they get an attitude. They won't even call the customer, and they'll just get frustrated and mad, and they'll just sometimes treat the customer less than. And we are not those kind of people. We're great salespeople, so we want to do right by our customers. And by the way, if you treat a customer wrong and you talk mean to them or dirty to them, or you get frustrated with them, you may lose that opportunity, because if you send them something nice and say thank you, they may end up doing business with you because, dang, this customer, this salesperson, I've never had nobody do that before. So this is a little different, guys. So we have to be the type of people that are great salespeople and use our wits and our mind. We're important and we matter. Some days, you're going to have those lost sales. Some days you're going to get a bunch of them. And then some days you're going to have some sales that people just cancel because of whatever reason. My name is Gary Lee Stanley, and it's important that you know the good, the bad, and the ugly, and all the things and the warts and all about sales. Because to be a great salesman, you've got to have your toolbox with information that you can use and reflect on. And remember, don't take it personal if a customer decides to cancel an order. Again, they may have been so excited because we're such good salespeople that they didn't want to say no, or maybe they just, after they talked between themselves and their significant others, they made the decision to cancel. Again, guys, it's about how we look at it and the way we act. It's important. We're salespeople. And yes, when people cancel, they get the cold feet. It really sucks. But you know what? It's life. Have you ever canceled somebody? My name is Gary Lee Stanley. So do me a favor. Go out there and ask for the order. Because if you ain't asking for the order, you ain't selling nothing, okay? And do me a favor. If somebody cancels an order on you, don't freak out. Just do what you got to do. Send it back out there to them, appreciation. And do yourself a favor. Give yourself a break, because, hey, you sold something. And you know what? If you act right, I believe that Murphy's Law comes into effect. What goes around, or what comes around goes around. So to thine own self be true. I'm a person who I've been called a prima donna before, and that's not a really nice compliment. But sometimes as salespeople, we catch an attitude because we think we're all that in a box of chocolates. But in reality, stuff happens. But I love sales, so do me a favor. If you get somebody who cancels a sale on you, don't take it personal. If somebody gets cold feet, just reflect. Have you ever gotten cold feet? Have you ever canceled a sale? You probably have. So do me a favor, go out there and sell something. Canceling sale. Cold feet. Yeah, I hate it. But you know what? It's a part of sales. It's a numbers game. So go out there and sell something. Bye-bye.